Hello, Immortal News family, and welcome back to our channel. In the last 24 hours, we have received the somber news of the passing of extraordinary talents, and today's episode is dedicated to honoring their memory. Before we start, we kindly ask for your support. If this video or the legacies of these remarkable individuals have touched your life, please consider giving this video a thumbs up as a sign of respect and remembrance. Thank you. Number 6. She made movement possible for those who thought it was no longer within reach. With that powerful tribute, the team behind Sit and Be Fit captured the heart of Maryanne Wilson's legacy. A true pioneer in senior fitness, she dedicated her life to helping others find strength, healing, and dignity, one gentle workout at a time. Maryanne passed away peacefully at the age of 87 after a brief illness. Her loss is felt deeply by millions across the country who tuned into her television program not just for exercise, but for connection and hope. Before she ever stepped in front of a camera, Maryanne worked as a registered nurse, specializing in geriatrics and rehabilitation. It was during a senior aerobics class she taught that she realized many of her students were getting injured. That moment changed everything. In 1987, she launched Sit and Be Fit on PBS, offering safe, seated workouts tailored specifically to older adults and those with limited mobility. Over the decades, her program grew into a lifeline for viewers across the US and Canada. More than 400 episodes aired, earning her national recognition and awards, including induction into the National Fitness Hall of Fame and honors from the President's Council on Fitness. Maryanne's work wasn't just about fitness, it was about accessibility. She designed programs for those living with arthritis, post-stroke recovery, Parkinson's, and other challenges. Through books, DVDs, and educational courses, she trained countless caregivers and professionals, spreading her message far beyond the screen. She was seen not as a performer, but as a friend. Viewers felt understood, supported, and seen. Colleagues spoke of her warmth and unwavering kindness. Fans wrote letters about feeling safe for the first time moving their bodies again. A devoted mother, Maryanne was also cherished as a teammate by her daughter Gretchen, who worked beside her as producer of Sit and Be Fit. Though she has passed, Maryanne Wilson's light continues to shine in every living room where her calm, encouraging voice played. Through the legacy she leaves behind, she reminds us all that age is never a barrier to health, joy, or movement. Tributes to Maryanne Wilson. Number 5. You always knew she meant every word. That's how one longtime colleague described Pauline Collins, a woman who brought honesty, depth, and warmth to every role she touched. Pauline passed away peacefully at the age of 85 after a brief illness, surrounded by loved ones. Across theater, television, and film, she shared her light for over 6 decades. Many first met her as the spirited Sarah Moffat in the beloved series Upstairs, Downstairs, a role that turned her into a household name. But it was Shirley Valentine that defined her place in acting history. Her tender, funny, and fearless performance won her a BAFTA, a Tony, and an Olivier Award. She also earned an Academy Award nomination, forever cementing her place on the world stage. Pauline's talent stretched far beyond a single character. From the dramas Forever Green and The Ambassador, to films like City of Joy, Paradise Road, and Quartet, she carried stories with grace and truth. In 2006, she delighted fans by appearing in both the classic and modern versions of Doctor Who, one of only a few actors to do so, but those who knew her beyond the stage speak of her even more highly. Her thoughtful presence, sincere spirit, and passion for helping others made her beloved not just by fans, but by her peers. Her advocacy for wildlife and her touching autobiography, Letter to Louise, revealed how deeply she cared about the world around her. Actor and lifelong friend Glenda Jackson once said, "Pauline had that rare magic. You believed her, instantly and completely." She leaves behind her husband, actor John Alderton, and their 4 children, each carrying pieces of her legacy in their hearts. While the world mourns her loss, it also celebrates a life beautifully lived. Pauline's work will continue to inspire, comfort, and move audiences for generations. and her kindness will live on in the memories of everyone she met. Tributes to Pauline Collins. Number 4. Gilson had rhythm in his soul and kindness in his heart. Those were the words shared by longtime friend and collaborator Jools Holland, echoing the sentiment of countless musicians and fans who knew and loved him. Gilson Lavis, the steady heartbeat behind Squeeze and the joyful swing of Jools Holland's rhythm and blues orchestra, has passed away at 74. He died peacefully at home in Lincolnshire after a short illness. His life was one of remarkable creativity, resilience, and heart. Before the stages and spotlights, Gilson learned his craft alongside legends. Chuck Berry, Jerry Lee Lewis, and Dolly Parton were just a few who witnessed his talent early on. His big breakthrough came when he joined Squeeze in 1976. For over a decade, his stylish yet grounded drumming helped anchor hits like Cool for Cats, Up the Junction, Tempted, and Black Coffee in Bed. More than just beats, he brought soul, humor, and connection to the band's sound. After leaving Squeeze, Gilson continued his musical journey beside Jools Holland, with whom he built an enduring partnership. Together they shaped the sound of the Rhythm and Blues Orchestra, performing for audiences worldwide. Gilson's elegant drumming became a signature, both familiar and fresh every time he took the stage. Offstage, Gilson found peace in painting. His portraits, deeply personal and expressive, captured the spirit of the music world he knew so well. Exhibited internationally, his art revealed a new side of the man whose rhythms had already touched millions. But perhaps Gilson's greatest impact was personal. Open about his struggle with alcohol, he used his experience to guide others. His support for those in recovery made a quiet, lasting difference in many lives. He was more than a mentor. He was a reminder that kindness and change are always possible. He is survived by his loving wife, Nikki, and their son. The music he helped shape, the lives he enriched, and the art he created will keep his memory alive for years to come. Tributes continue to flow from around the world, honoring a life well lived, full of rhythm, warmth, and truth. Tributes to Gilson Lavis. Number 3. A quiet warrior with a heart full of fire. That's how one of Marshon Neland's teammates once described him. And for anyone who knew or watched him play, the words ring true. Marshon left a lasting mark through both determination and grace. At just 24, his time with us was short, but the impact he made reached far beyond the football field. From his early days in Grand Rapids, Michigan, to making headlines as a star defensive end for the Dallas Cowboys, Marshon gave his all, game after game, season after season. He rose from setting high school records to earning college honors at Western Michigan. Through it all, his work ethic never wavered. In 2024, Marshon was drafted by the Cowboys in the second round. The moment he stepped onto the NFL field, he belonged. He played in 18 games across 2 seasons, but one moment still stands out. His first career touchdown on Monday Night Football, a play that lit up the crowd and his family beaming with pride. Marshon was known just as much for his heart as his physical talent. Coaches and teammates admired him for his quiet leadership and unwavering focus. Off the field, he was grounded, loving, and kind. He cherished his family and shared a deep bond with his girlfriend, Catalina, who survives him. His passing, due to a sudden and unexpected medical event, came as a shock to all who knew him. In a statement, the Dallas Cowboys shared, "Marshon was a beloved teammate and member of our organization. Our thoughts and prayers regarding Marshon are with his girlfriend Catalina and his family." Fans, teammates, and coaches are now sharing the memories they made with a young man who gave so much of himself to the people and dreams he loved. Marshon Neland may be gone, but his drive, spirit, and warmth will remain with all who watched him grow, fight, and shine. Tributes to Marshon Neland. Number 2, it has never been about me at the university. It has always been about the team. With those humble words, Woodrow Lowe captured the heart of his legacy. A quiet leader with powerful presence, he shaped generations through his grit, humility, and unwavering commitment to excellence. Woodrow Lowe passed away peacefully at the age of 71. His departure leaves a deep void in the hearts of all who admired and loved him. From a small-town standout in Phoenix City to a defensive force under legendary coach Bear Bryant at Alabama, Lowe was a once-in-a-generation talent. He helped lead the Crimson Tide to 4 SEC championships and a national title, setting records that still stand today. He became one of the only 3-time All-Americans in Alabama history, a testament to his dominance and consistency. In the NFL, Lowe went on to anchor the San Diego Chargers' defense for 11 seasons. He barely missed a snap, recording 21 interceptions and earning a Pro Bowl nod. His toughness, quiet confidence, and ability to read the game made him one of the elite linebackers of his era. Off the field, he continued to serve, coaching young athletes in high schools and colleges. His players didn't just remember his football knowledge, they remembered his guidance, kindness, and belief in their potential. Fans and teammates often spoke about Lowe's calming leadership. He didn't need to yell to inspire. His actions spoke louder than any words. Tributes have poured in since his passing. Alabama's athletic director called him consistently excellent, a model representative of Alabama football. Others remember a man who never forgot where he came from and always made time to give back. Even long after his playing days ended, Woodrow remained a beloved figure in the football world. Inducted into both the Alabama Sports Hall of Fame and the College Football Hall of Fame, his legacy is securely written into the history of the game. Woodrow Lowe is survived by his wife and children, who continue to carry his strength and love forward. He passed from natural causes, surrounded by those closest to him. More than his tackles or titles, it was Woodrow's character that made him unforgettable. Tributes to Woodrow Lowe. What's trending on the internet? News 1. Here's a story that's been making headlines and inspiring conversations across America. Jerry Turner, best known as the 72-year-old star of The Golden Bachelor, is navigating a deeply personal journey with remarkable grace. Earlier this year, Jerry captured hearts when he and Teresa Nist wed in a joyful televised ceremony, a celebration watched by families everywhere. Just months later, however, life threw an unexpected challenge his way with a diagnosis of a rare, slow-growing bone marrow cancer. With honesty and warmth, Jerry recently shared how this diagnosis changed his perspective, emphasizing the importance of time spent with loved ones, especially his daughters, their families, and his granddaughters. He acknowledged that as he and Teresa faced difficult choices together, their plans shifted, leading them to part ways, but always with respect and mutual care. Jerry's story is a gentle reminder to cherish each moment, embrace family, and fill our lives with as much joy, laughter, and love as we can. Through his openness, Jerry continues to inspire viewers of all ages to live fully and support one another. We wish Jerry Turner and Teresa Nist only good things ahead, and may we all find ways to honor life and love the way they have. News 2. Sometimes the answers we hope for take longer than we ever imagined, but love and hope have incredible staying power. Today we want to gently share the story of John T. Humphrey. John was a proud U.S. Army veteran from Screeba, New York, who was just 48 when he went missing, in the summer of 2012. His family, friends, and community never stopped searching for him, never let go of hope, and after more than 13 years, a property owner in New Haven discovered remains that have now been identified as John. Officials report no signs of foul play, and while the cause of death remains unknown, his loved ones finally have the answers they've waited so long for. Though this news feels heavy, It's also a testament to unwavering love and the way a community comes together in times of need. Today, we honor John's legacy as a veteran, a beloved family member, and a friend who will always be remembered. While his story closes gently after many years, his memory remains a source of strength and inspiration for all. News 3. Here's a reminder of the dedication and spirit that workers bring to the magic of movies. In Bridge City, Louisiana, a 33-year-old crew member named Jorge Diaz Sandoval lost his life in a tragic accident while helping bring a new horror film to life. While details remain sensitive, what stands out is the tireless behind-the-scenes work and passion that people like Jorge contribute to the stories we love. Our thoughts are with his family, friends, and the entire film community touched by his warmth and dedication. As we look back, let's honor Jorge and everyone who brings imagination to our screens, often working quietly and bravely behind the scenes. News 4. It's moments like these that remind us of the deep bonds formed by those who chase adventure together, especially among lifelong friends. Earlier this year, 3 passionate skiers, David Linder from Florida, Charles Eppard from Montana, and Jeremy Leaf from Minnesota, all in their late 30s, embarked on a guided heli-skiing trip near the breathtaking slopes of Girdwood, Alaska. This extraordinary group shared a love for the mountains and, on March 4th, met with unforeseen tragedy when a powerful avalanche swept through the West Fork of the 20-mile river. While rescue efforts have been ongoing for months, searchers devotedly continued their work, recently recovering the second of the 3 friends. Their courage and tenacity truly honor the spirit of those lost. What stands out most in this story is the remarkable dedication shown, both by the rescue teams who braved the elements and by the friends who followed their dreams together. Though the loss is deeply felt, the legacy these skiers leave behind is one of passion, strength, and unbreakable camaraderie. Let's remember David, Charles, and Jeremy not just for how their journey ended, but for the joy they found in chasing adventure and for the love they inspired in everyone who knew them. Their story reminds us to cherish each moment and celebrate every friendship. News 5. If you've ever dreamed of exploring the world from your living room, you might already know the name Anu Naisud. The beloved travel influencer and photographer, just 32 years old, touched millions with his breathtaking journeys, from the snowy Himalayas to the streets of nearly 50 countries. Raised in India and later based in Dubai, Anu attracted more than 1.4 million followers on Instagram and hundreds of thousands on YouTube, sharing not just adventure, but inspiration for anyone who longed to see what was possible. Recently, Anu's family shared the heartbreaking news that he passed away in Las Vegas. While the circumstances have been kept private, out of respect for their wishes, the outpouring of love from fans and fellow creators has been profound. Known for his optimism, creativity, and generosity, Anu often reminded us to embrace every journey and adapt to life's changes passionately. His legacy lives on in the laughter, learning, and wanderlust he sparked in people around the world. Today, we remember Anu Naisud not just for the places he visited, but for the encouragement he gave us all to follow our dreams and cherish the adventure in everyday life. News 6. Sometimes everyday heroes go to work not knowing how much they mean to their communities. In Los Angeles, a 48-year-old tree trimmer was recently found suspended high above the ground, dedicated to the tough job of keeping neighborhoods safe and beautiful. While the details are heartbreaking, it's a gentle reminder of the risks that these unsung workers face while caring for our city's trees, often unnoticed but deeply appreciated. Today we pause to honor this individual's hard work and commitment. The quiet courage of tree trimmers and all public servants helps make our everyday moments safer and our parks and streets so much more beautiful. As the community reflects, let's remember the importance of gratitude, connection, and taking a moment to thank those who keep our surroundings flourishing. Their legacy will live on each time we enjoy the shade on a sunny afternoon or admire the well-kept green spaces around us. Number 1. Paul Ignatius lived a life grounded in service, not for recognition, but because he truly believed it mattered. Known for his deep sense of duty and clear moral compass, Paul Ignatius spent over 70 years shaping the course of American public life. Whether guiding policy from the Pentagon or strengthening organizations in the business world, his leadership left a lasting mark. He served as the 59th Secretary of the Navy during a challenging chapter of history, navigating Cold War tensions and the conflict in Vietnam. His decisions were thoughtful, principled, and always centered on the well-being of those he led. Before holding high government office, Ignatius served in World War II aboard the USS Manila Bay. He returned to civilian life with quiet purpose, earning his master's from Harvard and establishing a consulting firm that would influence government and industry alike. He later became president of the Washington Post and helped shape American journalism at a pivotal time. Yet for all his career accomplishments, those closest to him speak of a kind mentor, a loyal friend, and a loving father. He was a proud Armenian American who never lost touch with his roots. He carried that pride with grace and used it to inspire others. The Navy honored him with a rare tribute, naming a guided missile destroyer, USS Paul Ignatius, in his name. Standing beside the ship, he remained humble, calling it an honor far greater than he deserved. Widely admired, his impact echoed across generations. Secretary of the Navy Carlos del Toro shared, "Paul Ignatius was a true patriot and a model of public service. His wisdom, integrity, and dedication will be deeply missed." Paul Ignatius passed peacefully at the age of 104. He is survived by his 4 children, all leaders in their own right, and a legacy defined by honesty, courage, and steadfast love for his country and family. His memory will live on in the people he inspired, the policies he shaped, and the institutions he served. Tributes to Paul Ignatius. She believed we could all shape ourselves into the version of us we dreamed of. Body, soul, everything. These words from a close friend capture the spirit of Barbara Yankovsky.